Hey, good morning. It is Wednesday, September 13th, and we're here to solve the New York Times crossword puzzle. That's what we do here on this YouTube channel. And today's puzzle is constructed by Guillermo Giglioli. Cool name. Can't say that I've seen it before. It doesn't ring a bell, so no real expectations going into this one. Um, Not a whole lot going on this week. It's starting to feel like a new season in the mountains. We've got some snow high up in the peaks, and yeah, definitely a little new chill to the air. So everyone's talking about ski season around here. Probably not the case where you are, but who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna shut up and solve a puzzle. Let's do it. Stuff in a party bag. Stuff in a party bag. Interesting. Shade of black, like jet black. More than once. Often, maybe. Not sure. Use a cleaning cloth on. Is that like a to wipe something? Common mixer is like probably like a soda. Sense of purpose. It's like your drive. I don't know if any of these are right, but I'm going to put them in there and see what happens. Fails to be isn't. Nuisance is a pest. Gave out, like doled out. A paradoxical answer to what is golf in the NATO alphabet. Interesting. Let's see if we can get some downs here. Big drink looks like a swig. None the wiser. Breath control practice in competitive free diving. Is this swag? Is this like apnea? Is that? I mean, I think of that as sleep apnea, but see, like, get it now? Woman in a Lady Gaga song and album title. I have no idea what that is, unless it's like Jolene, like the Dolly Parton song. Change the narrative would be edit. Scuba need is a tank. Supplement is to add on to, maybe. Business executives hope. Feel under the weather's to ale. I've got to run. Homer calls him Stupid Flanders is Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. More than once again. Business execs hope is growth. That's what they're looking for there. A nuisance is probably a pain then. Paradoxical answer to what is golf? Give out is to ration out. So we've got dole and ration. MC's deliveries. Those are intros. Paradoxical answer to can you say what? Yeah. So we've got a theme here. I have no idea what it is. Shadow is an example of overhead light. Is that like an aura? Could be a halo. Halo, probably. Say this is add on to. Architect who lived to be 102 has got to be I.M. Pei, the most famous architect, pretty much. Boast. Like crow. Seems lit from within. Flexed. Fell. Something's with cyclo. Is that like cyclotron? Meanders is like roams or roves. I'm sure it ends in an S. Paradoxical answer to where does oil come from? Comedian Aziz. Aziz Ansari. Love Aziz Ansari. Parks and Rec. Master of None. Funny guy. What cheating might get you informally? A view from a periscope. Is it like above? The view from above? Word before run and stretch. Home, run, home, stretch. Little wonder. La Campanella composer. Surf sounds like the roar of the surf. London transport with the tube. Some plus ones could be like dates. Boom times, like ups. Hurried. A pretty good first pass there. 459. And I did a bunch of downs, pardon me, already. It does really look like this is apnea, but that doesn't seem like that could be. Oh, so it is G. Okay. So it's the word, the letter G spelled out. G, I don't know. G, I don't know. I think that's it. So this is like Joanne or Joanna. Spool is part of a cassette tape. Singer known as Queen of Power Ballads. I don't know that. Now, this is Niels Bohr. Change from green to red is to ripen. Continually on end. SNL routines are skits. What is this? Can you say what "niet" is Russian for? So no, let me think. It's kind of a weird one. So is this Dion? Gotta be, right? A bikini style is a thong bikini. A gaping mouth is a maw. Seems lit from within glows. Okay. Start or end for Alexa. Clean one's feathers. Is that like to preen? Where two barrel vaults intersect in architecture. Yikes. Lou Gehrig, that's an easy one. Flexed. Wearable party gear with built-in straws. It's like a beer hats. Oppressors are tyrants. Modern warfare concern in brief. Wens. Oh, weapons of mass destruction, WMDs. Delivery class is Lamaze. I'm always surprised when I see that word spelled, that that's how it's spelled. Malia and Michelle are Obamas. Idaho product is a tater. Really big. NASA project. No through traffic. Kind of earring is a hoop, right? I was thinking hoop or loop, but it's got to be hoop, right? Contacted privately on social media. That's like DM'd. Slide into my DMs, you know? No longer in use is what, old? This is ocean across. World fact book provider. This is list and ocean est. Okay. Shadow. I want to say this is apron. Start or end for Alexa. I'm going to say it's apron. Flex. Bent? Like you flex your muscle, you bend it? I don't know. Fell. Paradoxical answer to where does oil come from? Something you got me. A well you got me. Like an oil well. It's not apron. That's a schwa. This is like a part of speech thing or like a sound, right? Schwa. One's feathers. Is it preen? It must be. And this is hue. Stress calls howls. Hmm. Distress calls. Like howls is what feels right here. SPH. What cheating might get you? A bad rep. And what island is located between Ireland? Two barrel falls. Is it the groin? Oh yeah, Isle of Man. Man, that's hard. So this is beer hats. Man, that's hard. Okay. Really dig, eat up. And this is a probe. So I've got, I mean, like, is this Dion? Queen of Power Ballads. Celine Dion, right? And so this is like a spoon, like everything crossing feels right here. Like, I don't know. Is it somewhere else? Is my mistake elsewhere? Everything here seemed pretty good. Swig and swag. Not a huge fan of that. Just gonna do a quick scan here. Let me think. I love Ben Hutron. When's well you got me. I'm sorry. Like it's gotta be right here. And Schwa is right. Preen has to be right. Like but so like but for a second I was like spy on, that's a thing. Um like what? I just don't know. Um Big drink is a swig, wiser, apnea, get it now, Joanne edit tank, add onto growth ale, I've Ned, spool, Dion, Niels Bohr, ripen, on end, skits, thong, maw, schwa, preen, howls. Like howls feels appropriate. Swan though, I just don't like what. Oh my goodness. Oh, I really thought that was going to get me where I needed to go. A typo. Huh. So now let me, maybe since I had that typo, maybe like one of these was right. This is awkward. Terrible content I'm providing here. So it was spy on. Oh, shadow, like to tail someone. My goodness, that's embarrassing. 1457, like still not a terrible solve time, but between the typo and this, spy on though, that works for me. A little bit embarrassing. That's what happens when it's not yet 8 o'clock and you haven't had your full coffee yet. So worse things have happened, but slightly embarrassing. But we did maintain our streak. I think that puts us at 53. So hey, we're really doing it. Let's have a look. Overall, I thought this was pretty good. I didn't really like the theme though. I thought the theme was kind of loose and weak. And I'd rather a loose, weak theme on a Wednesday, especially on a Wednesday, than something that's like, overly complicated. But we've got G. I didn't know because the answer is G, right? What is golf in the NATO alphabet? The answer is G. I don't know. Same thing. The answer to how do you say "niet" in Russian? No. Where does oil come from? Oh well. What isle is between Ireland and Great Britain? Man. So I mean, I don't know. It's not the worst theme we've ever seen, but it's a little bit loose, I would say. I don't know where the expression swag came from or how it became so popular. On The Office, the like, TV show Office, Michael Scott calls it stuff we all get, which kind of works. I don't know if that's where it came from. Um, and, anyways, Jet Black, more than once again, wipe, soda, drive, isn't. So, I mean, so far everything is just kind of like straight ahead. Um, Nothing really all that exciting. We've got Dole and Ration. MC's intro. Spy on is probably one of my favorite things in this puzzle. Shadow is, for me at least, that was a real misdirection clue. I was thinking about a shadow, right? Like, and that's why I came up with apron. I feel like that's a thing they talk about. Like, or am I just like making this up? I could just totally be making up what a apron of a shadow is. But I feel like during eclipses they talk about that. So I don't know. But also I'm an idiot who's grasping at straws here. Overhead light is a halo. I am pay, cool, crow, glow, bent. I mean, bent for flexed. I'm not a huge fan of. That just doesn't really seem all that equivalent. Hue, Tron, um, God, there's a lot of just like whatever. Aziz Ansari, I mean, that's kind of our first highlight here. Aziz, great guy. Interesting though. So he made season one of Master of None, which I think is absolutely brilliant. I loved it. And then while that was all happening, he was the subject of a Me Too kind of deal, and had someone come out and say that he did something not cool, and the tone of the show at that point completely pivoted. And by season three, it was a show about two women having a baby together. I mean, it just like completely shifted the whole tone of the show. So interesting to see how that stuff has implications in real life. You might say Aziz Ansari had a bad rep. Awesome, nailed it. Man, that's hard. Ocean, home, Adam, a lot of just whatever. List. I mean, I've heard of him. I'm aware of him. I have no idea that he wrote anything. Roar, tube, dates, ups, sped, swig and swag. I don't know. Wiser. This is interesting that apnea is the breath control device. I mean, I think of sleep apnea as a thing that, prevents people from sleeping through the night, and, major implications about your circulatory system, respiratory system. That's the one. Get it now? Joanne. It's kind of odd. I mean, I don't know. For some people, that's going to be an easy one. And I'm trying to think of like what Joanne I might have slotted in there instead. And I don't know. Don't have any good answers to that. So I guess it's fine. But I didn't know it. I wasn't aware of it. And then even when I had the first 5 letters, still could be an E or an A at the end. Edit, tank, add on to, growth, ale, Ive, Ned Flanders, stupid sexy Flanders, spool, Celine Dion. So I mean, kind of the only unusual fill we have in here are some challenging names like Ansari, List, Joanne, Dion, Niels. So yeah, those are kind of the only times when we see any sort of mix up here, any, mixing things up a little bit. Thong bikini, ma, schwa. I mean, schwa preen yowls. I don't know why I struggled so much with that, but really did. Obviously, having this typo down here didn't help my cause. Interesting that this is called a groin, but I guess that makes sense. I mean, your groin is where your 2 legs meet, so it would make sense that that's where 2 barrel vaults meet. Lou Gehrig, what a guy. Beer hats. Like, this feels very, I don't know, kind of like your silly uncle in the 80s kind of thing. When's the last time you saw someone wearing a beer hat? And I like go to places where people would wear a beer hat if that were a thing. Not so sure. Tyrants, WMDs. It's interesting. Like this is definitely a modern warfare concern, and modern is broad, like modern as opposed to ancient or olden. But WMDs. I mean, we talked a lot about WMDs 20 years ago. Not so much today, I guess. Right. Lamaze, like I said, I'm always shocked by the spelling. I wonder what the origin of this word is. I'm also like delivery class. Like, I don't know, that clue doesn't really do much for me. It definitely indicates Lamaze, but it doesn't. I mean, what is a delivery class? Like, that's not like first class, second class, ground. Like, is that what they're referring to? I don't know. Obama's tater. I mean, potatoes are just amazing and have so many wonderful forms. I want to eat them up. Probe, no through traffic, hoop, and DM'd, and old CIA. Whatever. That's fine. I mean, there was nothing in here that was like terrible, but there weren't enough highlights, and the theme just didn't do a whole lot for me. If this was themeless with better fill, I probably would have preferred it. But it's Wednesday. It was nice that they got a theme in there. And as much as I didn't love these theme answers, they do sort of complement each other. They all, they clearly do work as a group. Anyways, I don't know. I guess that's all I got. Did a Sunday solve, and boy, this feels a lot easier than that. But trying to figure out what the best, kind of like weekly pattern is, but it turns out there just isn't one, and I'm just going to solve puzzles when I'm able and have some free time. My schedule has slowed down a lot now that concert season is winding down, and so today my day is filled with some cleanup projects at the amphitheater, and then I'm going bowling. So not a highly stressful day. I should be able to get a few more solves in over the next month. So anyways, do the YouTube stuff, like it, subscribe to it, and I will continue providing videos for you to like and subscribe to. I guess you can only subscribe once, but whatever. But in the meantime, I hope you guys wrap up your week nicely. I'll probably see you Friday or Saturday for another live solve, and I hope you'll join me then. And until then, have a great week. Bye.